My name is Sonia Lamini. I'm from Springs. I'm a student yet. So I'm happy, I'm always happy. I like to socialize with people, sharing depth. I love fashion, I love clothes. Sometimes for me, it's a challenge for me communicating with hearing people. But I try, I try to speak to them, writing down. And I've got goals. My goal is to have my own company, a fashion design company. And I have a vision also. My vision is that I see myself owning my company and then be a successful hearing woman. Like in our world, it's difficult to have such opportunities, but I'm so happy to be here and I want to learn a lot of things. Thank you.
My name is Namshara Famadi. I am a fashion designer born with an innate skill to turn a simple fabric into something stunning. Studied marketing, design techniques, clothing production, and currently now I'm busy with textile.
Lihlohonolo is a very creative person, a disruptive individual, an entrepreneur, a steward, and also a passionate person that is very, very, very into fashion. So the art and culture is one of the fundamental sectors that I vouch myself to also changing, as much as I want to create jobs and also make sure that the product is also known international. So as Lihlohonolo, I started sewing since my father was alive, like since I was 16 years old till now. So that's me.
My name is Nkosi Vumile Ngobese. I'm gonna tell you about myself, okay? I'm a boy. Okay, I like to encourage people. I love teamwork.
My name is Kelapal Makanda. I'm from Eguruleni, east side of Joburg. I'm an up-and-coming fashion designer and I'm into marketing as well. And I've started recently my own music company, of which I'm doing events. I'm busy promoting up-and-coming artists from the east side of Joburg as a whole. So I'm planning to take my company broad as well as bringing fashion into it. The reason I've joined the YID Textile program is because I wanted to gain more knowledge and the skills about the fashion industry as a whole, since it's broad, because I believe that clothes are our everyday basis. We wear clothes every now and then, so I wanted to learn more and gain more information, what is happening behind the scenes in terms of the production process that they took in order to get the final garments in the production process of a final.
The reason I joined the YID Textile program is because I wanted to also expand my knowledge. So as much as we're looking at the different variations of how the garment construction is done. So I did sewing construction at the nearby TVET College. And I wanted to also expand my knowledge, not only focusing on garment construction, but the sector that says YID Textile, I was also focused on thinking they will also apply maybe different textiles and printing and manufacturing. So that's why I also came here, so that I can also expand my knowledge in making sure that I also create a market that is accessible to one fundamental project.
Firstly, I heard from friends. My friends told me about this, and I know that I love how to make garments. I love fashion, so I thought this can work for me.
Okay, the reason why I joined it is because I'm actually self-taught with most of the things when it comes to fashion. So for me, I wanted to learn more about the fabrics, the use of fabric, how to use them, and what are they suitable for. Because you see certain fabrics, and you don't even know how to use them. Or should I make a skirt with it? Will it be appropriate for a skirt? So far I've been learning that. I've learned different types of needles, how to use them and when to use them. And I've learned how to, the patterns, especially with the patterns that are already there, that have been done already. So for me to know how to use those patterns is really helpful, because at this point I was just making my own patterns. So now knowing how to use conventional patterns is very beneficiary for me. And also the fabrics, as I was saying already, learning how to use the fabrics. So far I know when to use the fabrics, how to use the fabrics, and the disadvantages and the advantages of the fabrics that we use.
I've learned so many things, like how to use the patterns. Cutting is crucial here. Yeah, so making a garment, now I'm on it. What have I learned? So many things. Like the fabric, the type of fabrics, I didn't know that. And the use of a machine.
Wow, I've learned so much. I've learned so much, starting from basic sewing, pattern creation, creativity as a whole as a designer, and how to work alongside the deaf community, because in the program we were getting an exposure to work with the deaf community. So I've learned so much about such people and how to work with different individuals, because as human beings we come across different people. So in order for me to have my own company, I'm going to come across different people with different personalities. So it is my duty to simply clench it in so that I can simply fit in.
I've learned that quality is the most important thing, and in terms of the textile program and how we were taught in terms of the garment construction, there are different fields in sewing, and there are different finishing, and there are different trimmings, and there's a minor detailing that also separates you from what is currently in fashion. So the program has helped me a lot, because as much as I also manufacture and design and also sell my product to the local community members, there's a certain niche that I also saw. So there's a minor detail that I also have to include to make sure that it differentiates me from the what already is existing in the market.
So after the program, what I hope to achieve for me will be, at this point, it's more about growing my business, because so far I've got a business, and you can never have enough knowledge to grow your business. So with the knowledge that I've gotten from here, I'm hoping that it will help me grow my business.
I hope to achieve that my product would also have more clients, and in terms of market access and also access to infrastructure and super utilization of resources, because as much as the business is also operating, is currently operating, and we're selling our product to our loyal clients. And after the program, we want to achieve to create a platform where we can teach people as well to come and learn the sewing skills, and because as much as we're looking at unemployment rate, it's a bit high. So given the COVID pandemic affected a lot of businesses, from your informal businesses to big businesses. So in that concern, we say if we planning towards post-COVID, our recovery plan was to make sure that we manufacture things in bulk, and also teach our local community members to also, so that they can also have a skill where they can also create income and start their own businesses.
I'm hoping to achieve to have my own company, to make my own garments, my own fashion, my own ideas, my conception. I want to do that. Like the deaf world, in the deaf world it's difficult to get there, but I will get there. I'm hoping. I need my qualifications, like CETA certificates and the skills.
What do I hope to achieve after the program? I'm hoping to start my own clothing production company, as well as continuing running my own marketing company, bringing my marketing skills and knowledge into my production company, just the two, combine it together and make it one.
Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? I see myself at the next coming Maponya. Richard Maponya. That's me in the next coming 5 years. So, godly loving soul. I just pray that God keeps me alive so that I can also venture into the arts and culture space to make sure that we make a mark, and we should also have a differentiation and make sure that people know about the brand. Not only about who created the brand, but how the brand also impacts the community.
Wow, after 5 years, wow. I'm seeing myself having my own, yes, like I said, company, and be the first, deaf fashion designer.
Okay, in the next 5 years, I see myself owning my own online clothing store, selling handbags, clothes for men and women, and hopefully by then we'll have a place where people can also be able to come and fit the clothes, so have a little mini central store where people can access us if they want to access us.
I just want to become a manager in my own company and own my garment making, clothes shops.
In the next 5 years, I see myself running my own production company and grooming the up-and-coming designers, fashion designers, especially from the East Rand. It's basically me giving back to the community of Ekurhuleni, because basically nowadays, if you notice, a lot of things are happening on the west side of Ekurhuleni. So I'm trying to break that, telling people, telling the world that as East Rand designers, we are capable of doing such. So now it's our turn to simply showcase what we can produce to the world as a whole.
So my main focus on fashion is your everyday wear. So I'm not into your couture, and so I love your everyday, your office wear, your going wear, like your normal everyday wear. That's my focus. That's what I love doing. So as you can see how I'm dressed, so the skirt, homemade. So those kind of things. So I'm more into making you feel relaxed on your daily basis, not for a special occasion. That's when you need to look good. I want you to look good every single day, when you go into the shop, when you go into work, when you're going to church. South African fashion at this point, I just feel that we're a bit behind with fashion, and that's why for me, following more of the international fashion, so that I can bring it to Africa and give it a bit of taste, of South African taste, to my audience, if I should call them that, or my target market. So we still have a lot to learn, and we can still grow. I believe that there's room for us to grow and for us to improve when it comes to fashion.
Okay, currently, because most of the brands that are currently happening now, we have brands that do buying and selling, but at the current moment, we're looking at recycling as a whole. For instance, in terms of, there's this clothing brand that is Specs Lifestyle, so it's one of the brands that is also making a huge impact, because it's taking your raw material and then converting it into something that is more common, and that's a huge difference, because in 2016 also Adidas did the same thing, and we also vouch into creating a platform where we create a sustainable blend, not only creating for buying and selling material, but we just thought of how can we do an environmental friendly impact where we get waste material and then we convert it into something that's unique and sustainable. So there's a lot of brands as well, because there's functionality and there's also Lulu Guineas, but according to the township market, there are only a limited few clothing brands that do that.
When it comes to that, I can't simply say I have a certain area of fashion that I want to focus on, but basically my startup point is start by creating school bags for the kids, the pack bags, but I'm willing and I'm very eager to grow more, because fashion is broad. Introduce well-known, unknown garments into the market, because I believe there's a huge demand for certain garments. So our local designers are simply not producing that. So I'm able to break that by bringing that into the market. I think as South Africans, we are getting there. We are getting there. Actually, as Pan-Africans designers, we are getting there. I must give a huge shout out to our fellow African designers, that are already on the market, because we are looking up to them. But there's still more that we need to bring into the industry as a whole. Because like if we look at our competitors from the outside world, we have our international competitors. So if we want to fit into that stage, there's a lot that we need to change and share information and work alongside each other so that we can bring a lot of change and difference.